Hi there, welcome back. Today we are covering lesson 190. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. Pain is a wrong perspective. When it is experienced in any form, it is a proof of self-deception. It is not a fact at all. There is no form it takes that will not disappear if seen aright. For pain proclaims God is cruel. How could it be real in any form? It witnesses God the mother's hatred of her daughter, the sinfulness she sees in her, her insane desire for revenge and death. Can such projections be attested to? Can they be anything but wholly false? Pain is witness to the daughter's mistake in what she thinks she is. It is a dream of fierce retaliation for a crime that could not be committed, for attack on what is wholly unassailable. It is a nightmare of abandonment by an eternal love which could not leave the daughter whom it created out of love. Pain is a sign illusions reign in place of truth. Pain demonstrates God is denied, confused with fear. Where is my pencil crayon for underlining important words? Okay. Pain is a sign illusions reign in place of truth. That is the divine alarm clock, so keep that in mind. When we feel anger and pain, it is our signal we have disconnected from the Creator. Pain demonstrates God is denied, confused with fear, perceived as mad, and seen as traitor to herself. If God is real, there is no pain. If pain is real, there is no God. For vengeance is not part of love, and fear, denying love, and using pain to prove that God is dead, has shown that death is victor over life. The body is the Son of God, corruptible in death, as mortal as the Father he has slain. Peace to such foolishness. Paragraph 4. The time has come to laugh at such insane ideas. Ha ha. There is no need to think of them as savage crimes or secret sins with weighty consequence. Who but a madwoman could conceive of them as cause of anything? Their witness, their pain, is mad as they, and no more to be feared than the insane illusion it shields, which tries to demonstrate, must still be true. It is your thoughts alone that cause you pain. Underline, nothing external to your mind can hurt or injure you in any way. There is no cause beyond yourself that can reach down and bring oppression. No one but yourself affects you. There is nothing in the world that has the power to make you ill or sad, weak or frail, but it is you who have the power to dominate all things you see merely by recognizing what you are. Strong words. Here is our ultimate agency in recognizing our true self aligned with God and seeing with Christ's eyes. We have power. As you perceive the harmlessness in them, they will accept your holy will as theirs. And what was seen as fearful now becomes a source of innocence and holiness. My holy sister, think of this a while. The world you see does nothing. It has no effects at all. It merely represents your thoughts, and it will change entirely as you elect to change your mind and choose the joy of God as what you really want. Your self is radiant in this holy joy, unchanged, changing, unchanging, and unchangeable forever and ever. And when you deny a little corner of your mind its own inheritance and keep it as a hospital for pain, a sickly place where living things must come at last to die. The world may seem to cause you pain, and yet the world, as causeless, has no power to cause. As an effect, it cannot make effects. As an illusion, it is what you wish. Your idle wishes represent its pains. Your strange desires bring it evil dreams. Your thoughts of death envelop it in fear, while in your kind forgiveness does it live. Pain is the thought of evil taking form and working havoc in your holy mind. Pain is the ransom you gladly pay not to be free. In pain is God denied, the daughter he loves. In pain does fear appear to triumph over love, and time replace eternity in heaven, and the world becomes a cruel and bitter place, where sorrow rules and little joys give way before the onslaught of the savage pain that waits to end all joy in misery. Lay down your arms and come without defense into the quiet place where heaven's peace holds all things still at last. Yes, that is our meditation. Lay down the arms and come without defense into the quiet place where heaven's peace holds all things still. Lay down all thoughts of danger and fear. Let no attack enter you. Lay down the cruel sword of judgment that you hold against your throat, and put aside the withering assaults with which you seek to hide your holiness. Here will you understand there is no pain. Here does the joy of God belong to you. This is the day when it is given you to realize the lesson that contains all of salvation's power. It is this: pain is illusion, joy is reality. Pain is sleep, joy is awakening. Pain is deception, joy alone is truth. And so again we make the only choice that can ever be made. We choose between illusions and truth, or pain and joy, or hell and heaven. Let our gratitude unto our teacher fill our hearts, as we are free to choose our joy instead of pain, our holiness in place of sin, the peace of God instead of conflict, and the light of heaven for the darkness of the world. Amen. What a great lesson. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. Let's sit for a moment with a few key ideas from today's lesson. Pain is a sign illusions reign in place of the truth. Let's sit for a moment to examine our places of pain. Mental, where we don't have enough control over the actions of others. Where we're angry at the state of things, our families, our work, the world, our bodies, our health. It doesn't matter the kind of pain, and that's what's wonderful about the teachings of Jesus. In the New Testament, it was the same. He is black and white. Who do you forgive? Everyone. When? All the time. Here he tells us all pain, all anger, all judgment is a sign we are disconnected from God. It doesn't matter what the reason is. It is a signal to stop, drop, and reconnect. Examining our minds and hearts for the thoughts that are bringing us pain. Holy cow, big list, big list. I normally set my alarm for every 15 minutes, but I will definitely be bringing up today's lesson much more frequently because that's how often I'm judging and attacking. Are we ready to surrender the need to control and manage? The judgments we have over others, worthiness. All those judgments only hurt ourselves. They undermine our own connection to God. Let us commit to letting go. Second, very important nugget in this lesson. It is your thoughts alone that cause you pain. Nothing external to your mind can hurt or injure you in any way. It is you who have the power to dominate all things you see by recognizing what you are. So what the heck are we again? We are one with the Creator. We are one with our brothers and sisters. We have one job in this body, and that is to forgive. Forgive ourselves of the judgments and grievances we hold on to, and forgive others as well. Seeing others with Christ's vision, that is our single job on this planet. Let's sit for a few moments, enjoying this sense of empowerment, this agency. Maybe we feel so poor and powerless in so many places in our lives, so stuck, so frustrated. That's only in our heads. Are we ready to let it go? If we're not willing to let it go, pain is the ransom we pay not to be free. We choose the pain. Pain is the ransom we have gladly paid not to be free. Lay down your arms. Come without defense into the quiet place where heaven's peace holds all things still at last. Lay down all thoughts of danger and fear. Lay down the cruel sword of judgment that you hold against your throat. Put aside the withering assaults with which you seek to hide your holiness. Here Jesus is clear, and over in the Course we come back to this. All attack is self-attack. That's why we feel so terrible. All attack is self-attack. So, lay down your arms. What does that mean? Pay attention. Pay attention to grievances and judgments. Replace them with thoughts that serve. I choose joy instead of pain. I choose God's love instead of pain. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. Lay down your arms and come without defense into the quiet place where heaven's peace holds all things still at last. Let's sit for a couple moments in this still, beautiful place. Where we finally have rest. We finally have ease. We finally have nothing to do, nothing to fix. In this beautiful place, envision our bodies and minds filling up with joy and delight, watchers on this sweet little journey we're on. So short, our time on this planet. Can we have a little more fun, please? Can we see the wonder in little things? Can we enjoy the conflicts on this journey? Joy is awakening. Joy is truth. Joy is reality. Pain is illusion. Sleep, deception. Do we choose truth or do we choose illusions? Finally, let our gratitude unto our teacher fill our hearts as we are free to choose joy instead of pain. Hooray, we can let go when the divine alarm clock goes off and we notice, I'm angry, I'm judgmental. We can let go and start again. We give gratitude to our teacher. Whew, I've got the way out of this mess. I can choose truth instead of deception. How wonderful that I can be free, that I can be powerful. How wonderful that the sense of being stuck's just in my head. It's not real. I can fix it anytime I choose. Yay! How wonderful. Alrighty. What a lesson today. What a lesson. I hope to see you many more times throughout the day in spirit. And again, for our evening practice, thank you so much for joining with me today. And I look forward to spending the day with you, choosing the joy of God instead of pain. A reminder that we are gathered in the name of the Creator to get this done. We are gathered together. Even though we are in these separate bodies, we are all together in spirit doing this work today. Yay! So have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.